I was told, never, ever go in the lake because it's full of things that will eat you alive. How do you convince a child who's never known war she needs to leave? I promise to teach you love. Will you come with me? For the whole summer, I tried to come back and say something here, anything, but I haven't. I've felt frozen. I was dealing with some fear. I've been paused. I've been at a standstill. It hasn't been easy to make this shift because it evolved in isolation. The only way for me to have made these levels of growth was to let go of everything and start again. I've done that step, but I feel stuck now. I'm not sure the next move. I want to move forward. I want to be born again. Far from the way I was taught to use that phrase, but quite entirely in the way the word means. I don't want to say a specific prayer or cling to an ideology. I want to be born all over again, to let go of the first way of thinking so I can be a new creation. It's crazy to me how I can hear these phrases I've grown up with, ones given in church, and see them become as vast as the universe. I want to try to move. I don't know where I'm going. I feel very alone and I feel stuck. I feel like I'm in the birth canal. So in effort to be born, I went outside to my garden and its construction in progress, with the rain on the horizon and thunder rolling through me, rumbling in my chest. And as the rain started to come down, a puddle started forming in my hand. So focused was I, with my eyes on the camera, I don't think I even knew my hand was out. But I learned that it was, because a bee came and gently sat on my open palm. I was scared and jumpy, as an instinct, and wanted to flail. But I felt her gentle and still love touch me, and my body's compromise was a slowed down pulling away. She came to me twice in the same way. Both times I was afraid. Both times she left love on my hand. The process was too fast and messy to ever capture on film, but she left me different than she found me, and I fell asleep dreaming of her body language wiggles, hoping I could know her more. I'm trying to go on my journey. I can see it in my mind's eye. I'm in the middle of this metaphorical lake. It's a mountain lake, cool and invigorating. I'm absorbing it all, and all of the whole world's wisdom and beauty, all that I can anyway, simply because I'm entering into existence, and I'm in awe over this. I'm delighted in absorbing its majesty, and there is no peace like awe. But I'm holding myself back from the urge to just swim to the full beyond. The feeling of my foot on the gas and the brake while treading water for too long. I'm at the edge of choice. The clock is up. Any longer here, and I won't be getting to any next there. I need to choose before I drowned. I was told never to go in the lake because it was full of things that will eat you alive. Not only that, but if those things eat you alive, they will also become the owner of your soul for all of time. And just in case you were wondering, the place they bring your soul is going to be a place of eternal, unbearable torture. So, like the smart and good, obedient girl that I am, I did not ever get close to the water. I even yelled out and invited people out of the water to save them from their fate. But mostly I just stayed far away. I obeyed for decades on end, doing all the right things. If I were ever honest with myself, I would have admitted I wasn't enjoying myself. But I was never honest with myself because then I would be at risk of rebelling. I was not a rebel. I was a peacekeeper, and I was good. I would be staying right where they told me to. And yet, here I am in the middle of this holding pattern in the middle of the lake, legs swirling the water, 2 vortexes in opposite directions, arms horizontal waving like a secret code saying they need help. But it's not because of needing to be rescued. I have all the energy I need if I go now. It's me fearing the new shore I feel called towards. And no one but me can make the call on which way to go. My heart is certain, but my head is scared. My arms are waving for the help of a voice to cheer me on and tell me I've got this, to tell me I'm right to move on. Why are the only voices like that so very far away? I hope I find them on the shore. I hope they are not only in my head. I didn't mean to wind up here. I actually didn't even put myself here. Something exploded and I was launched into the lake. I'm not going to bore you with the tale of how I nearly drowned and how much work it took me in order to casually be treading water. Maybe some other day, but suffice to say it was a very long process, and now I'm blissfully amazed at this place I was told was bad. It's actually beautiful, way beyond my limited dreams. But I'm also frozen in my tracks. I want to swim to the other side. I need to. I know it in my bones. But I'm leaving a lot behind, and I have no idea what awaits. Maybe some of those monsters I was told about are real. The people back on shore have told me over and over not to leave, have told me it will be the eternal death of me. They are certain, and I once was as well. But that was what was put in my head. That was the rules. That was the game. In the explosion, my flailing pulled back the curtain. That game will never be real to me again. There's no argument they can present that will ever pull me back to that story and its beliefs. But there are so many arguments they could make to pull me back to their shoreline, and I'm hardly able to break those chains, even if I broke the others. Tribe, security, and a complex cocktail of love and hate, the one that makes us the good guys and them the bad. And the worst of all is the confusion of my inner child when I tell her we need to go. How can you say that? How could you? Don't kidnap me, this is home. So the treading water, cyclones around my legs, and I wonder who wins. No matter what I do, I'm going to hurt. Maybe I'll hurt the current me. I know I'm hurting the past me, and who knows about future me. I've already incensed the tribe, but they let me back if I swim back now. And I'm starting to wonder if those monsters and all those tales were all along residing inside the rules. Maybe there's no such thing as monsters. But and I know they didn't do it on purpose. I know it's well-meaning ignorance, but they have lied. And I don't want that fact to be true. And my denial, it's the last anchor. My love, my forgiveness, my sacrifice of truth on the altar of faith. But Abraham pulled Isaac back off the altar, and they left that place. But my inner child has been laying on the altar so long that she thinks it's a house and a home. But I don't think my altar was asked for by God. I think it's the lie that built mine. How do you convince a child who's never seen more that it's safe to leave? She's been taught since birth that the outside is the enemy. So what does that make me? And how do you win against a structure of unusual size? The lies are so outsized. I don't know. But I know this, my inner child. I promise to teach you love. I promise to teach you faith. I promise to teach you to think, because I promise that thinking doesn't steal your soul, no matter what we learn. Look me in the eyes. Hold the gaze. Feel my heart. Know I hold something real. I promise to teach you love. I promise to teach you faith. I promise to teach you to think, because I promise that thinking doesn't steal your soul. Will you come with me? Can I carry you to the next place? I promise to give you more than cyclones, recycled, circular logic, treading water forever. I promise when you ask, we can look and explore. And I promise to keep you safe. You know what the safest thing is? Love. You know what is not love? A complex cocktail including hate. The one that makes us the good guys and them the bad. When you mix in the hate, you erase the love. I promise to teach you love. I promise to teach you faith. I promise to teach you to think, because I promise that thinking doesn't steal your soul. Look me in the eyes. Meld into love. Will you come with me? That is the promise of this path. If you're ready to meld into this kind of love and choose faith in the discoveries ahead, I'm waiting for you. If your answer is yes, be sure to subscribe now to continue this journey. I look forward to meeting you there.